I have a package that I've been waiting for an entire year to arrive. Let's open it up and check it out. Here it is, the Marshall Bluesbreaker Vintage Reissue. I've been waiting for over a year for this pedal. I wasn't sure it was real, and still I'm kind of excited because this is the first time I'm actually letting myself believe that this is real. The Bluesbreaker, The Bluesbreaker has been my favorite circuit for a long time. I own like 15 different Bluesbreaker inspired pedals. I even own an original Marshall Bluesbreaker pedal right here. And so basically what happened is about a year ago, I caught wind of a listing for this pedal, and there was a lot of speculation. People didn't really know what was going on. The vintage reissue wasn't announced, and honestly, it's still, at the time of filming this video, is not announced, but I'm pretty sure this pedal is about to come out for everyone, to the masses, and I paid less than $150 for this one, while in comparison, the original vintage Bluesbreakers go for $600 or more on the secondhand market. So if this is what I think it is, which is what it looks like to be a true one-to-one clone of the original Bluesbreaker, then everybody's gonna be able to get this pedal at a fraction of the cost. So I'm so excited to check this one out. We're gonna compare the two to see if there is a difference, if they sound the same. We're gonna check these both out. Let's open it up, see what it sounds like. Let's open up this box. All right, let's see what we got here. You are seeing the first glances of this pedal along with me. The Bluesbreaker reissue pedal. It's a drive pedal that has been really popular for a long time. And the reason it's popular is because this guy named John Mayer kind of remade this pedal popular. It was around in the 90s, and then it was spotted on a couple of his boards, and it was really integral to his tone back when John Mayer was kind of establishing himself with the Continuum album and all that. And so this pedal shot up in price, which is why the originals are so expensive. So let's just take a look. Everything from the colors to the shape, the box, the fonts all look exactly identical. Everything on the front of the box, from the knobs to the fonts to the colors, all look identical. Let's see if you can get a closer look of it here. Everything here on the face of the pedals look identical. This one is the vintage one. This is the reissue. The only thing that I see just visually that looks different, it's the exact same size box, exact same classic shape. The only thing that looks different to me, the backing foam is a different shape. The backing shape and the stickers are in different locations. And at the top, this is so subtle, but if you look, the fonts for the input and output jack is just a little bit different. And the 9-volt, it looks like the reissue is a little bit bolder, including the Marshall logo. It looks a little bit different. Everything on the reissue is just a little bit more bold, a little bit thicker, but that's it. Everything else looks identical. We're going to check this out. We've got the original, I've got the reissue. We're going to plug them both in, and we're going to hear these first tones together for the first time. All right, we've got everything plugged in here. We have the reissue on this side and the original on this side. So what I'm really curious about, I love the Bluesbreaker pedals, but one of the common complaints about the original one is the unity gain issue. When you turn it on all at noon, you kind of lose some signal and it gets a little bit quieter. So I don't know if they fix that in this pedal, but from what it looks like, everything is an exact one-to-one comparison, one-to-one clone with the reissue. So if that's true, then I don't think it will sound any different. So let's take a look. Today I'm playing through my Suhr Classic Pro S-style guitar, straight into these two pedals, and out of that I have a Strymon Flint and Iridium. All right, let's see what these sound like. Let's turn on the original first. I have the volume completely maxed because the unity gain. So let's see how it sounds. And in my ears, it sounds pretty similar. So let's push the gain a little bit and brighten it up. I've always thought the original Bluesbreakers were a little bit dark for my taste. So let's go ahead and turn it up a little bit and see what that sounds like. We're going to put these, it looks like my pots. I don't know if it's my pots, but if you look, the original, the 10 is all the way straight down. I don't know if that's the case for other original Bluesbreakers. Maybe somebody in the comments can kind of tell me if that's the case. But I have this. We're going to try and set them pretty much in the same places. So I wonder if that's why. Let's see. This is... Okay, so the pots are obviously not in the same place. So this is 0 and this is 0. So if we go to noon, clearly those are going to sound different because it's different on the sweep. So I'm going to push the gain. I'm going to push the gain and the tone, and we'll do the same on both sides and see what that sounds like. So my pots are a little bit different. So this is where I think it sounds pretty similar here. So the volume is maxed out. Gain and tone are about, 2/3 of the way, a little bit more, probably at 8. So here's clean. I love that tone right there. It's where you get a little bit of that sparkle and that Bluesbreaker sound. Let's max everything out, see exactly what this sounds like. Have it. It's real. The Marshall Bluesbreaker vintage reissue pedal. It sounds identical to my ears. I think there's a couple things about my particular original one. The pots are a little bit scratchy. The pots are turned a different turn different ways. I know that the box is different, but other than that, oh, and the font on the top is a little bit different. But sonically, these two pedals sound exactly the same. I think Marshall just absolutely nailed it. I love this entire line of pedals. I have the entire line of the vintage Marshall big black box series, and so I'm so excited to see these pedals become more accessible for everyday players. And honestly, at this price point, the under 150, what is it, like 139, something like that, it's so good. I think Marshall did the right thing here by recreating this pedal with all of its quirks, with all of its pros and cons. Every person can now have access to this pedal. So good job to Marshall. I'm so excited to have this pedal and to be able to use it. So let me know what you thought. As always, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you thought. Do you like the reissue? Are you going to get the reissue? Is the vintage original one overrated? Let me know what you think, but I'm so stoked for this pedal to get out there into the world. So as always, my name is Ryan. This is Gear Fever. Good tones and good times.